Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Jubileen, but you can call me Juby. Today's video is going to be 12 things that I've learned in 12 months to just finish off the year. If you notice, my background is different because I'm home and we moved over the summer, so my background is not going to be ever the same because yeah, and this is just the kitchen because I haven't really found a good spot yet. But when I find a good spot, that's gonna be like my set spot. But for now, we're just gonna work what we got. So I want to do 12 things that I've learned in 12 months this year, and I have learned quite a lot in 2019. So the first thing that I learned, I wrote a little sticky note so I keep track. So the first thing that I learned is gratitude. Gratitude is a must. Like, you always have to be gracious. You always have to be thankful for everything that you have, because you have a lot, actually. Even if you don't think you have a lot, you have a lot. Like, the fact that I have a place to live, I have food to eat, I have clean water, I can shower, you know, like just the little things that we take for granted every day because we're so focused on the things that we don't have. This year really reminded me how important it is to have gratitude, and that the more you're grateful for the things that you have, the more you're going to be blessed. The next thing that I learned is that life is shorter than you actually think, than I actually like. Actually, I already knew life was short, but this year I realized life is shorter, like actually way shorter than I thought. And it's very important for you to take advantage of the time you have here on earth. Just this year, and like hearing about all of these deaths that happen, especially like a lot of celebrities dying this year, and it's just like really crazy to think that, you know, these people were just, you know, living their regular life one day and then the next day they're gone. So like this year I really thought about, like, I need to do the things that I said I'm gonna do and stop playing, you know. I need to stop playing and really get focused on doing the things that I said I'm gonna do, because who knows, like, we don't really have time, like, you know, like. So I feel like when you are struggling or you're going through some hard times, it could seem that your situation will always be that way, but honestly this year has been proof to myself, you know, that things are going to change, things will get better, trouble doesn't last always, nothing is permanent. Like, I feel like when I was going through different struggles this year, I was just like, oh my gosh, like, this is how life is going to be forever, and just like got into a very negative space. But I'm not in those struggles anymore. Like, those things aren't forever. Like, and I think I realized that everything that happens is for you and is to help you get to the place that you need to do. To get you to the place where you need to get. So trouble doesn't last always, honey. Don't worry. Next thing that I learned is ask. Always ask. If you're not sure, ask. You know, just ask, okay? Because I feel like for me, the reason why I say ask this year is because I had a really bad tendency of being scared of asking for help. I still do, something that I'm working through. But this year, more than anything, I have really started asking and not being scared of rejection, because I think being scared of rejection and being scared of asking can really block you from a lot of opportunities. Because if you don't ask, you never know if the answer would have been yes. The only way to know if the answer would have been yes is if you ask. And I feel like this year I really was just like, let me just, you know, the worst thing they could say, I mean, as corny and like typical as it sounds, the worst thing they could say is really no. So ask. Next thing I learned is be patient. Being patient is very key. Because I honestly had like this kind of like timeline of how I wanted life to go. I wanted to finish college, undergrad, go straight into grad school, like just do everything together. But now I've decided, like, why am I in a rush? Like, why am I trying to rush to get to where I'm trying to be? You know, like, I mean, life is short, yes, But at the same time, there's no need to rush because, you know, we just like, life is like, you know, it's like a ride. Like, be resentful, you know. That one is a true thing. Like, don't be resentful because, like, well, okay. Confession time. So one thing about me is that I don't get mad, I get resentful. Like, and it's such a bad habit, it's such a bad tendency. I don't know why I do this, but like, it takes a lot for me to get upset. So when somebody does something that I don't like, I don't get mad, I just start resenting them. And I feel like this year I've really learned to stop this habit, or at least I'm recognizing when I'm being resentful and being like, okay, Judy, like, what's really going on here? Why are you being resentful towards this person? Because, you know, this is not a healthy way to deal with the situation. So I think that moving forward, I'm really clocking in and I'm really going to be addressing it with myself. Be yourself, even if you think that it's embarrassing. I think that's really, I'm adding myself. I feel like this year I really wasn't as active on my channel as I wanted to, because I was just like, oh my gosh, like, I just do not want to put myself out there like that. Y'all, I'm wearing these slippers and they're so slippery. I'm gonna take them off. They're so slippery. Because I could die there. As I was saying, don't be afraid to be yourself, even if you think it's embarrassing. And like this year, I really thought like I really was like not consistent on my channel, and I'm gonna do a whole video about that, but like really was scared of being myself. So that's why I was like, got in my head and like started overthinking. I was like, you know, like, why do I even post on YouTube? Like, does it even matter? And you know, it's like getting really into my head to the point where I was just like, you know, thinking that I couldn't be myself in order for me to do well on YouTube, or in order for people to be even interested in my channel. But honestly, the best gift you can give to the world that I'm learning is that to be yourself, because there's already so many people who do the same things. So why try to be like other people so you can do, you know, like give people yourself, because you're unique, you know, the way you come. So yeah, that's a good lesson. Then I learned lead with love and kindness. Always lead with love and kindness. You know, you always have to do that. Always do that. Especially if you're in a position where you are leading other people, in a position where you are giving people advice, anything, you know, with friendships, with any relationship you are. Always make sure that you're leading with love and kindness, because we need more love in the world. You know, we really do. We need more love in the world. Like, everybody is craving love, and it's very important that we give each other love. You know, when we get a chance, always give each other love. Don't be afraid to set boundaries. That's adding me. Don't be afraid to set boundaries. And I feel like me, a few months ago, I was very scared of that idea. And I feel like as a young adult, you're just transitioning, you know, you were just a kid. I was just a kid. I mean, in my opinion, I feel like I'm still just a kid. But, you know, like, you're transitioning now to just being a full-grown adult. You know, the transition is, first of all, the transition is not that easy. And when you come into this space of adulthood, honey, you realize that you're basically becoming your own parent, you know?
Oh my God! Wow!
And it's very important for you to know how to protect yourself. And setting boundaries is one of those things. And, you know, I'm not gonna lie to you, some people might get offended by it, but it's actually none of your business. It's actually none of your business. But you have to do it. You have to set boundaries. Because I know at the end of the day, my intentions are well. I'm not malicious in me setting my boundaries. I'm not trying to hurt anybody's feelings. I'm not trying to hurt anybody, period. But I need to set these boundaries so that, you know, I am well, I am good, you know. And I remember watching, I think I watched it today, the clip again of Oprah saying that you're not only responsible for the energy that you put out in the world, but you're also responsible for the energy you allow to yourself, you know, on yourself. Don't let your ego get in the way. Never, ever, ever let your ego get in the way. It's very important that you, like, I feel like it goes back to me being afraid of being myself. I feel like that was me letting my ego get in the way. Because, you know, your ego likes to feel good. And anything that threatens your ego, anything that makes your ego feel like insignificant or makes it like, it just doesn't like it. It doesn't like it, you know? And I feel like we tell ourselves these things or these lies so that our ego feels good, so that our ego is okay. Sorry guys, it's the noise is the heat, so if you hear the noise, sorry. I tried to lower it while I was filming this, but I knew this would eventually happen anyway. But I feel like it's very important that you realize that your ego can really stand in the way of you getting to your goals, and you don't want that. So I think this year I really learned, like, don't let that ego get in your way, honey. You know, push through it, push through it. Finally, the biggest lesson that I've learned this year is all my dreams can become a reality, and it's really up to me. You know, it's up to me. Like, it's up to me to follow them and make sure that I'm aligned and I am doing the things that I'm doing necessary to get to the goals and my dreams and stuff. But also enjoying the ride, like I said before. Like, you know, it's all about the journey, and I love the journey. The journey isn't always glitz and glamour, honey, but it's a beautiful journey. Anyway, thank you guys so much. That was the end of the video. Thank you so much for watching this video. Stay tuned for more videos. Yes, 2020 we're gonna be consistent. Okay, I'm gonna be consistent, and this time it's on period, because you know why? I'm tired. I'm actually tired of playing around like we have all year, like we have all life. Like, we do have off life, but like, seriously, I just need to get my stuff together. So anyway, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, all that, and I will see you guys on my next video. Love always, Juby.
There's no need to rush. Take your time. Life's a big alright. Sit back and